Hey guys, it's Sam and I'm here to do the Epic Reads book tag. It's been a while since I've done a tag video and this one sounds like a lot of fun. It was created by the girls from Epic Reads Tea Time. I will link their channel down below if you guys don't already know about them. They are like one of the go-to kind of webcasts for YA books. They talk about them every week on Tea Time. Again, I will link them down below. And I was tagged by the wonderful Becca of Awesome Book Nut. I will link her down below as well. She is wonderful and amazing. And I feel like a lot of our answers are going to be the same, because we think so alike. So get ready for that. Some of these questions were really hard. I've been looking at these questions for a while and some of them I can't think of answers for, so I'm definitely gonna be doing some of these on a whim. Just whatever pops in my head is what's gonna happen, because some of these are I just can't think of answers for. The first question is, if you could invite one author and one of their fictional characters to tea, who would you invite and what would you serve? So I kind of had a hard time with this because I tend to like a lot of characters who are grumpy, moody, and violent. So I didn't really want to invite a lot of them to tea, honestly, and I don't have a favorite author. I kind of do now who I'm going to answer with, but I didn't really have a favorite author before, and so I didn't really know what to go with, and then I remembered the obvious answer. I would invite the wonderful Leigh Bardugo and Nikolai from the Grisha Trilogy to tea, because Nikolai is funny and sassy and smart and attractive and everything that you would want in somebody that you were inviting to tea. And Leigh Bardugo, although I haven't met her yet, is probably also all those things as well. So they would make perfect tea buddies, and I don't really serve tea to people, so I'm not really sure what you do, but I recently started liking caramel rooibos tea, I think is how you say it. It looks really weird, it looks like rubios, but anyway, I started liking that kind of tea, so I'll probably serve that because it's delicious. And then, like, crumpets. Is crumpets a thing that you do? I mean, I would have to look up what exactly crumpets are and how they're served, but I would do crumpets because it sounds like the thing that you would do for tea. The second question is, what would you love a prequel for and what would the main storyline be? So one of the obvious answers is the Marauders from Harry Potter. Of course, I would want a Marauders prequel with any of the Marauders era people, duh. But besides that, there is another one that I would really, really love a prequel for, and I know we're never gonna get, but I really want it. That is a prequel to the Night Circus with some of the other competitors from past magical battles. For those of you that don't know, the Night Circus is a book about, yes, a night circus, but the Night Circus is the kind of arena for a magical battle between two different kinds of magic users that takes place every couple decades, maybe? I'm not exactly sure what the timeline is for all of them, but there's been a lot of them over the years because two teachers kind of set this up, and I would like to see some of the past battles. One in particular with a character that's in here, but I don't want to talk about it because it might be kind of a spoiler, but if you guys have read it, that one is what I want to see because it would be amazing, and the imagery and just, so yeah, we're not going to get it, but I really want it. Question number 3 is, which two characters not from the same book would make a good couple? I actually had kind of a hard time with this one. I was looking around all my different couples that I like, and I really like the couples that I like with each other. And I was looking at the favorite characters, and there's a lot of overlap, so I didn't want to kind of put two characters together that are similar to other stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I was having a hard time, and then genius struck. So the perfect couple for me would be Adelina from the Young Elites and the Darkling from the Grisha Trilogy. Yes. Think about it. Think about it. They're both kind of villainous characters in a way. Adelina, I'm not sure how she's going to turn out in the end, but she's definitely going kind of towards the villain track in a way. She's a very dark character. She's kind of darker powers. Powers that are sort of similar to the Darkling. And Adelina would love the power, would embrace it in a way that Alina from the Grisha Trilogy never would have, and they would be like an awesome dark king and queen, and it would be beautiful. Somebody write me the fanfiction. Question number 4, if you ran into your favorite author on the subway and could only say one sentence to them, what would you say? I'm talking about her a lot lately because she's recently become probably my favorite author right now, and that is Leigh Bardugo. And if I ran into her on the subway, I'd probably be like, the Darkling and Nikolai. Like, that's all I would be able to say, and she'd be like, same. So we'd bond over that. Question number 5 is, what book made you a reader and why? I feel like I'm going to answer this very similarly to a lot of people whose tags I've seen, but I have always kind of been a reader. I've talked about this before. I used to read the American Girl doll books, and those were some of the first books that I remember reading. It's just book series kind of around the dolls and their lives, yeah. But also, the next big insurgence of me reading was Twilight. Yes, that got me really into reading. And after Twilight, I still wanted like a vampire, supernatural, paranormal series, which got me on the Anita Blake series by Laurell Hamilton, which is an adult urban paranormal fantasy. I've talked about this before. It's one of my favorite series of all time. It has like 20 books in it. It's mature content. It's really good. It's very violent. It's great. So that kind of got me started on the continuously reading track. I would go and pick up every single book in this series when I finished the previous one, and yeah, and then from there I just kind of kept on going, and now we're here. Question number 6, if your bookshelf caught fire, which book would you save? What kind of question is that, Satan? I couldn't even choose one. I don't hold certain books in higher regard or anything. I do have some signed books on here, but I'm not a huge fan of signed books. I like signed books in the way that you go and meet the author when you get them signed, but they don't hold any kind of special value to me personally, so I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably just be sitting here rocking in my room while my bookshelf burns down. Like, there's no answer to that. There's never a good answer for that. Question number 7 is, which dystopian world would you want to live in? Again, want to live in? None of them. Everyone is saying this exact same thing, but they're dystopian worlds for a reason. You don't want to live in them. So none of them. I don't want to live in any of them. No. No. There's no good answer to this. No. Question number 8 is, what is your most epic read of all time? I don't know an answer for this. I read a lot of fantasy, so a lot of my series I view as epic. The Grisha Trilogy that I just read, obviously very epic. Throne of Glass, I'm currently reading Crown of Midnight. It's epic. The Night Circus is an epic. It's a standalone, but it's a very epic standalone. I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson yet, but when I do, I'm sure I'll consider that very epic. There's a lot of epicness in my life, and I can't just choose one. So, all of my reads are epic. I'm an epic reader. Alright guys, that is it for the Epic Reads tag. It's really fun, so comment down below and let me know if you have some better answers for some of the questions that I just couldn't even answer. And I'm not going to be tagging anybody because I'm not sure who has done this tag and who hasn't and everything, because I just can't keep track. When a tag starts going around, it just goes around like wildfire, and I just can't keep track of all that. So if you want to do this tag, I officially tag you. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!